Tonight, the other shoe is about to drop on former Illinois House Speaker Mike Madigan. First, Madigan was convicted of corruption. Now he awaits his sentencing, which is happening next week.
NBC5 investigates the punishment Madigan could receive, what he thinks he should get, and what will determine where Madigan lands. Our investigative reporter Chuck Gowdy joining us now and getting some answers tonight. Chuck?
Stephen, Allison, depending on who's doing the talking, former State House Speaker Mike Madigan is either Mr. Integrity or Mr. Atrocious. Those two words included in new sentencing filings by Madigan on one hand and federal prosecutors on the other, as both sides try to sway Judge John Blakey with sentencing a week from Friday. Freedom is at stake for Madigan, who at age 83 could die in prison if the government sentence is imposed. It's been nearly 4 months since Mike Madigan left court as a convicted felon, having been found guilty by a federal jury of 10 counts, including bribery and conspiracy, while serving as Speaker of the Illinois House. Tonight, in this federal court filing, prosecutors ask that Madigan be imprisoned for 12.5 years because he was steeped in corruption and that he exploited his immense power for his own personal benefit, while carefully and deliberately concealing his conduct from detection.
The government focuses on the crime that Speaker Madigan has been convicted of, and that is horrendous. It is an abuse of his power, and he had more power than most governors have.
Former Assistant U.S. Attorney Ron Safer tonight says Judge John Blakey will have to weigh the crime against Madigan's entire life history, reflected in almost 250 letters sent to the court from family members, friends, former judges and prosecutors, political associates, business leaders, and clergymen. All of them cite Madigan's alleged goodness and graciousness, honesty, and integrity. Letter writers including White Sox owner Jerry Reinsdorf, well-known priest Father Michael Pfleger, and one letter from the grave, former Illinois Governor Jim Thompson, who wrote before his death in 2020 that despite being a Republican, he never questioned Madigan's integrity. Madigan asking for probation, no jail time.
I would expect that the judge will not give him probation because of the severity of the crime, but he will also not give him 12.5 years because of Mr. Madigan's age and perhaps because of considerations of other things.
If the Velvet Hammer, as he's known, gets nailed with a full 12.5 years requested by the government, Madigan would be in rare air, even by Illinois corruption standards. Former Governor and Secretary of State George Ryan sentenced to 6.5 years. Ex-Governor Rod Blagojevich, 14 years. Jesse Jackson Jr., a former congressman, 30 months in prison. And ex-alderman Ed Burke still serving a 2-year sentence. Burke is awaiting word on a pardon from the Department of Justice or directly from President Trump, just as fellow Democrat Rod Blagojevich received. Mike Madigan probably wouldn't refuse Trump clemency either, but no read on whether that might happen. Tonight, Madigan is asking for permission to have his wife Shirley record a video for the court because apparently she is too ill to come to court. She's expected to join that long list of people who are trying to get some relief for Mike Madigan.
It's a lot of star power that was writing that, asking for leniency there.
A lot of star power, but you never know how it plays with the judge.
It'll be interesting to see what he does decide to do.
It will be.
All right. Thank you, Chuck.
Thanks, Chuck.